Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fist of Fury 1692, and welcome to the tank review on the next update. This thing was the Cold War and the World War II tanks. Now, I know I'm late. I know it's been out for only 2 days now, and I was just playing a couple of modes to get my honest opinion on this thing. But here we are, my personal opinion on this update. And to me, well, let's just say there's some things that I personally don't like that you guys will probably like, which it's fine. It's cool. But to me, there's a lot of things that have, like pretty much there was a lot of things that are unuseful in this thing. Kind of a waste of space in some departments, and I'm not talking about the tanks. We'll get to that in a minute, what I'm saying. But there was a lot of things that they could have done better, or let alone made my job a lot better, because this update almost made me want to quit World of Tanks, and I will show you why when we get in there. But first and foremost, as you can see on the very top screen, we'll talk about the Cold War, since this was the major update. Now, there was a couple of things I like. Cold War has two modes. You could either play against multiplayer, or you could play co-op. Now, I'll show you the co-op one in this one to save my hair pulling stress in this game. Excuse me, sorry. But it's the same thing, like multiplayer you do that, and if anyone plays co-op, it's like World of Warships, where you're just fighting a bunch of AI bots with regular people, and I'll show that in a minute. But right now, as you can see here, audience, we got a new garage. We got pretty much, well, it has the winter camo on, I don't know why, but, here we go. The cool thing about this update, whatever camouflage you equip on your tank is showing like the background and stuff, unless it's the nation. Like America is going to be like, Desert Storm and stuff. Okay, call me a liar, game. It usually does, but whatever. But you usually get like cool little backgrounds depending on the camouflage you have. And honestly, I feel bad for this guy because I wouldn't be standing out in the fucking cold. We're going to talk about him in a minute, but right now. So, in the tech tree, there's only two countries, and yes, you got the Americans that has literally 3 tier 1s tanks. Now, in case you're wondering what this is, it's like tier 1s, it goes up to only tier 1s, and then you go bypass 3, and you get 2 tier 2, and then finally 3, to make it up a total of pretty much 10, pretty much. Now, obviously, it's like World of Tanks. You upgrade them, and these are really expensive. So for any of you who are watching this who are new and just wanted to see what my opinions are, or let alone new to World of Tanks, don't do the Cold War first. Cold War is expensive to get because the first gun I had to equip on this Persian, because obviously I wanted to get the Americans because I wanted to do the Soviet last. Hang on, let me go to upgrades. This gun right here that I've selected cost me 1,200,000 to equip it. So this is not a mode that's only, for beginners. So you're stuck doing World War II until the you get enough tanks in there to make enough money. You make easily 1,000,000 easily in order to play this mode, because guns are really expensive, and I'm guarantee you the American Abrams are going to be a big thing. And yes, that's right, audience, we have Abrams now in this Cold War game, which is okay. Let me just put my personal opinions right out there real quick. It feels so freaking weird to see modern tanks in wargaming. Wargaming was more like an arcade World War II version for so many years, and now there's a frickin' Abram. You're not seeing things? It's right there. Abram, in a World of Tanks game. Shit, half the time I think I was playing War Thunder. But still, yes, it's here. Oh, I should tell you too, audience, if you turn the tank left and right, you can see the tracks move. I thought that's like pretty nice to show. little details I don't mind like that, but we'll get to the other details I don't like. So obviously, we also got a couple of new maps. I can't show them all in this video because then it will take forever just to find all of them. I've only been on 3. I've been in on the city map, I've been in the open fields, snowy map, and I've been in the jungle map. I don't know if there's any more than that. There probably is, but those are the 3 maps I have been basically on. Oh, and in case you're wondering too, hang on. Oh, and they're not called Americans and Soviet. This is called Western Allies and Eastern Allies. I'm guessing how they're going to bring in more tanks later on, because you remember there is my country, Germany. It's going to be probably going to be on the Western Ally tech tree, along with Britain and Italy and all them. The one that has like all these tanks, and tanks like China and maybe Japan. I don't know. Maybe Japan will be in it because it wouldn't be a Western ally because they're not from the West. But I mean, they're technically Western allies. I mean, they're allies with the United States because we're going by that logic. But still, it Japan will probably most be on this one with Chinese. But here's a Soviet one. I mean, we got some well-known tanks like the T-72B. I've seen that so many times in War Thunder. It's a nightmare to kill. I don't know what it is on tanks. And here's their ultimate tank, the T-72BU, which is not a bad tank whatsoever. I apologize for that, folks. It's just I had a message came in and apparently went through the mic system. So if you heard that loud, that was a message I was supposed to be texting thing back. But it's already done and over with. Now back to the review thing. Now what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Soviet tanks I already did. So now let's talk about let's talk about the other major update that I really think. Let's talk about this boy right here. Like these girls and boys commanders. Now, in my opinion, I don't know why they bring in 3D model. Okay, but first thing before I say anything like that, your old characters do not have a 3D thing. It's still going to be on a classified, piece of paper. Now, I'm guessing future commanders, when you get in crates, like you can unlock crates and stuff and get commanders, I'm guessing they're now going to give you, like, commanders that are 3D models, which here's the thing I really wish. I wish you could customize them. Like, actually put uniforms in them. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, yes, it's going to suck because it's probably going to make you pay gold, like, 35 gold for a piece of a hat or something, or a uniform with medals or anything like that. But to me, just look at them. They look so bland. Hell, the American one looks like John Cena just gained some weight with the frickin' Moloch haircut. I don't know why, but these characters don't look that great. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's a really beat up face for a woman. I get it, it's meant to be Soviet, but come on. Soviet women are actually not that bad looking. Jeez. I mean, the only good one I saw is this, which looks like one of those, I forgot the name of the movie, but I won't say it here, but he looked like the character's face looked like he belonged in the movie. But me personally, there's no point in it because once you have a victory screen and if you're one of the top 3, you will see your officers stand in front of the tank with your tank behind it. This is like Call of Duty shit, almost. I mean, this is really unnecessary to have officers like this. Unless you get to customize them, show off your looks by actually, designing their face, putting glasses on, scars, putting medals on them, putting like a jacket on, or let alone boots or anything like that, gloves, carrying a weapon, something. Like, make us customize like this guy. Like, make us customize where we can look like him almost, instead of just buying him. And I'll tell you how to get this guy, but it's like, this is so fucking stupid, audience, that I kind of wish they had more detail to this mode, especially if we're going to be seeing them, or there's really no point in them. Besides seeing them in a 3D model, it just doesn't do it. Now let me show you the animation when you recruit one. So these are your selections of officers you could get. There's not much of a choice. And I feel so bad because we only get a total of 6. What happened to the old days where we had 1, 2, 3? We had an entire nation of choices. This is like Poland level where there's not many choices. But now we get like barely any choices. And this is really fucking dumb because I don't know what Wargaming is doing. I get it. They had to design the 3D models, but let us design the 3D models. Have a customization like Saints Row, for God's sakes, where we get to morph and change our face look. Have glasses and stuff. Shit, you know how many people will just play the game when the people see your officer? Especially if you made a deformed, creepy ass one and just won the game and you're just seeing this thing and you're like, the frig? That would be awesome. And choosing clothing and stuff would be awesome for this. I mean, you don't have to choose civilian clothes to be like a thing, but have some military clothes like the German Wehrmacht uniforms or today's Germans or Americans, Marines, the Ranger Corps, Tank Corps, whatever. Just something. It's just, this is so bland. But let me show you the animation when you buy a commander. I already got him. So we're gonna get I'm gonna get another American, so I'm gonna get an American female. Now watch this. Right after you purchase one of them, this is the animation when you get. It doesn't look bad, but it's stupid. I mean, unnecessary to my opinion. Now it says like Commander XP can be earned in Battlefield. The skill points. All commanders earn Elite Commander by claiming to free XP. Now, at first, when I saw this, audience, I thought, this is, like, can we put medals on them? Like, what medals we earn in the game, can we put them on our, jackets, our vests? Obviously, that wouldn't happen because there'd be so many medals that be putting on the vest because there's over, 85 medals in the game, and that would be kind of hard to put it all on the chest. But my point is, it's just like, I don't understand why wargaming is like, what's the whole point of the 3D models? I mean, I get it. They stand in front of your tank, but it's just dumb. And my girl's mad because she thought the Japanese officer would have a 3D model, but nope. Hell, I would have been laughing if I saw myself as one of these characters standing in front of my good old line tank right there. Nope, it's just classified. I get it because then it would be like a cartoon drawing standing in front of the tank, but that would be awesome. Imagine WrestleMania. You just see like freaking Nick Fury, Fury, Jesus Christ, Flater, and it'd be like you could get Sergeant Slaughter standing in front of the tank. It would be fucking awesome. But nope, they didn't do that. So sorry, I rambled on too much on that, but it is a pet peeve of mine to where this is really dumb. Now, let's talk about the season pass. Well, don't worry, we'll get in the battle. I'm trying to hurry so you could see the gameplay, so that way you guys would be bored. But I just want to give you all my opinions on this. First of all, season pass this time, extremely lazy this time around. And what do I mean by that? Well, you get the standard rewards and get skins, permanent skins, which is not bad. I mean, I don't mind that, but the 2 tanks they give you is the Russian Sherman, which people then, if they didn't get it, they could get it right now, but it was way cheaper than going through. Excuse me, sorry, I had a little drink of soda and I'm getting acid reflux, my bad. But you could get the Sherman was cheaper when you get it on the first day because if you were saving up gold with all those season passes, you can get it for 1,000 gold if you were saving. Like I did. I got this for 1,000 gold. This is asking for 2,000 for the season pass or 14,000 for the tank skin and whatever, like I did. But that was cheaper because of doing the season pass. But I'm doing it just to get the gold because the last tank you get is the Atomic, which if you're a veteran like me to World Tanks, you already have the Atomic. It's usually it's sitting in my garage. I did a review on it on my old channel on Field Marshal Fist of Fury, and you could just watch it there if you wanted to see the Atomic review on that tank alone. Actually, it's pretty funny in some cases, but I would recommend watching it. And you get an officer. You get 2 officers that are basically you could buy for 5,000 silver. I mean, 500,000 silver. But it's like, I don't know, audience. Now, before we get on the next topic, I just want to say one thing real quick before we're going to talk about the store next. And yes, this doesn't involve all of you, but I have a huge problem with it. This would almost make me quit doing World of Tank reviews. World of Tanks in general. So don't take me wrong when I talk about it. It's still optional for you guys, but just please, just understand what I'm saying, and please understand that it is not totally to you, but it is to me. The store almost broke me as a reviewer because of one thing. World War II tank store, Cold War store. I can't do 2 reviews, and especially when the fucking Cold War tanks are near $100. Every tank that comes out for the Soviet or Cold War, $100, $100. Now, bad enough, I say World War II tanks were okay in their price range, but I didn't like paying $55 to get a tank. But you know what? It was decent. It was okay for me to do the review, but it was not great for everybody else, and I stood strongly against it. And then the Tier 10 premiums come out, and I refused to buy them because they were just so many of them, and I did not want to spend that much on a tank that has no earnings. These do, the Cold War tanks. However, they're like $60 if you do the cheapest route, especially if you do the T95 E3, which is literally 15,645. Which if you go down to gold, you could get probably, if you save enough gold like I do, I could get that and get that, which would be $60 easily, or 65. This is unacceptable. Audience, if I keep on doing this review thing, I can't do World War II and Cold War at the same time if they both come out tanks for wargaming. Why? I know you're desperate for fucking money, but this is not the way to go for people. Nobody wants to pay $100 every time for a tank in the Cold War section. I know that people want to play Cold War because modern day tanks. It's a slot for modern day thing, but I hate spending that much for one tank. There's only one tank and one officer that gives you 3 perks. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. For $65, that's all you give me? No boosters? No premium? No. I'm sorry, audience. I let myself go there. It's just being a tank reviewer for so fucking long, it irritates me that this has gone far to this bad. To the point where I personally want to cry for all of you. For all of you who spend this. And if you have the money to do it, I envy you. But know this. People keep paying more for this stuff, and I know they're going to do it because one of those fucking tanks is the Season Ultimate Pass for the skin, which bounces you up to 25 levels, and I know people are going to buy it because that has more value than this fucking tank here that has nothing. Okay. Yes. I get it. I'm ranting on it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, audience. I know this is supposed to be the update review, not me ranting about this, but it is part of the update, so I can't ignore it. And yes, I know, there is this one, which I have in the garage right now, which I just said I don't like spending that much money, but the only reason I got that tank is because the Ultimate Season Pass boosts you up to level 25's level higher, and it gives you a permanent skin with the officer. I like that deal more than just getting the tank and the officer. It's just... I'm sorry, audience. I had to edit that out. I went on too far. I just have a personal opinion or hatred for this. In wargaming, if you're watching this, any of you frickers, don't do what I think you're doing, is bringing out one World War II tank and then one Cold War tank every fucking 3 weeks. Nobody wants to spend 155 or 160, depending on where you are in the United States, or over in some places like Canada being 200, or anything like that, for 2 freaking tanks. And I will be damned if I have to encourage this for reviews. I am not going to review tanks that is over $100 and expect to give them great value because they have... I don't care how much money they make. I don't care what they have. If they don't give me a lot of shit in that deal, then they should not be $100 per fucking tank. Alright. That's all I wanted to say. I'll let it go now. And don't worry, audience, this is not going to affect the review of me talking about this at the end. This is just me and wargaming butting heads. It doesn't involve you guys. So don't worry about it. Well, it does involve you guys because you're paying for this shit, and I'm trying to defend you guys by saying this is not right. Am I the only voice that's saying this? Like, I wish the community rise up against wargaming and stop encouraging these fucking outrageous prices on these tanks and getting nothing out of it. Like I said, the only reason I have the T-55, like I just said, is just like because the season pass and it's cheaper and it gave me a lot more. So I don't know. It's just okay. Now back to the topic and stuff of the actual game. So now you're probably wondering, okay, what do you do to rank up because there's not that many tanks like I mentioned earlier? Well, you have a rank up system now where, like, see on the top it says 5 and this is 1 because I haven't played the Soviet T-44A yet, but I have played the Patton. And basically it's at rank 5, which means it goes by ranking system now to upgrade your vehicles. Like, next upgrade, it needs like so much upgrades and stuff like that to get, like, you know, my first engine upgrade and then so on and so forth to get the car and stuff. And then I get the M47 Patton, which is your vehicle level 9. So it goes by leveling up in this game. But I kind of like it. It's the same thing as a leveling up no matter what. So I'm actually glad they did it this way too, audience, because if they were going to put it in the World War II tech tree and then convert it from the XP from your tier 10s to go to tier 11 to get whatever next tank, I'm glad they didn't do that. Because when me and my friends were talking about this, we thought like, oh, they're going to be converted over to the next tier 10 you have from the XP to get to the next tank. I hope not, because there's some people that have 3 freaking million in a fucking tier 10. And it's like they could easily just get the, you know, Abrams or the T-72U in like that, like quick. So, anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to show you the AI battle. It's kind of like the multiplayer battle too, so you're not missing much. So I'm just going to show one battle here. And someone joined on the clan thing. Well, thank you for joining on that. I forgot all about my clan thing. Whoops. Alright, so let's get in the game and show you what the thing... Ah, there we go. This is one of the new maps. This is basically... I think this is Vietnam. Yeah, this is Vietnam. So you can play that. I'm just not putting music in because I'm just trying to get this video out because I've been already late on it. I'll do editing in the future, but it's like I just wanted to get it out now. So I'm playing the premium vehicle. This is the, you know, the T-55U, you know, and I will gladly do a review on that because it's the only tank that was worth it because it was the season pass, but I'm just going to be playing a game in it real quick. So if you want a review on this tank, leave in the comment down below if you want to actually see this tank. But to me, it's kind of like the T-44. It just can't take a hit unless in the head. It's not bad, but it kind of like reminds me of the T-55 or 54 back in the old days. So here we are playing with AIs. Obviously, we got our team here that's majority of teams, but there's some that are AIs. I mean, they can't film all sometimes, but they're all players versus against AIs. Now, I gotta laugh about the AIs. The AIs said they're supposed to be extremely intelligent by Wargaming saying. So, intelligence, huh? If they were intelligent, they would be fucking getting slaughtered. And that's another pet peeve of mine, is they try to put AIs in lower tiers. And I strongly disagree having AIs in multiplayer games. Because they can't think like humans. Humans can adapt to new changes. Humans can adapt to new environments, new ways. The AI just blitzkrieg into the front lines like they're doing, or if you're Soviet, freaking going to the front lines like a Russian tactic. Just like like right now, look at this. They're charging. They're charging this poor A44 over here. Hang on, buddy, I'm coming. Get around the corner here. And this is literally the AI battle. It's like mosh pits fighting. And they go after the first target. Even though this tank knows I'm shooting at him, now he focuses on me. Okay, gotta back up a little bit. Okay, I pinned him, audience. Trying to shoot now at him. Good, we got a good pen on him, audience. Ow. I forgot this thing has no armor. I need to get on the side somewhere. Run, 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 run. I mean, they have somewhat of intelligence. Don't get me wrong. They actually try to use cover and stuff like that. But to me, like this. Like the Patton should know that. And why are you charging me? You have no health. Why are you charging me? You dumb idiot. I know it's an AI version. Go. Go. Where do these people get their license nowadays? I'm gonna shoot him. And see, this is what I mean. There's 4 tanks. If the AI was intelligent like they said they were and tactically to win, then they would not be having the AI programming to charge against fucking so many tanks. That's another kill for us, audience. It's just, to me... Oh, wait. Did it just mimic what I have on my tank? That's the Russian flag, like on mine. You son of a gun, that's actually me as an AI. Okay, that's kind of funny. Ah, crap. I didn't mean to fire like that, audience. I'm not even trying. I'm just pulling the trigger and shooting. No, it doesn't have the same logo and stuff, but it kind of does. Come on, reload, reload, reload. Okay, they got him. But this is literally what the AI battle is like. It's mosh pits. Mosh pit fighting! And the sad part is that there's not one for World War II. So, I feel bad that there's no World War II version, because there's so many tanks I would enjoy, love playing. It kind of reminds me of War Stories, but with, you know, World of Warships kind of way. Got that kill. I'm not even just trying, audience. I know the tank does way better, but it's just, to me, I'm just going in, I'm just slaughtering them, just opening fire, killing them, because really, there's no strategy to evolve in this. Just don't go in there when there's so many of them and just take them out one by one. Oh, come on, he turned just in time to block that. You suck. And that's basically AI. It's... I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, wait, we gotta do one more battle because they do have 2 new mechanics. Update required. No! I lost all the money. I gained nothing in that battle. Alright, guys, let's just get on with the thing. I forgot to show you, there's also new consumables. There is, and I'm going to show them in the next game since I've lost everything. There's also the Hold Patch Kit and the Enhanced Hold Patch Kit. This regenerates your health, either by 5% or more than that. But to me, I would use this because it increases your health by 300 more, where this one only increases 100, but I'm just going to show, for the sake of just showing it, I'm just going to use that in this game. And for the... And there's also a smoke screen, I meant to say. I don't know why I had to think there for a second. There is the enhanced smoke screen that gives you 20% more visibility, or use the standard for 10%. I will just use the 10% one. What is it going to replace? No, I want to... Oh, God. Okay. Let's see. Select that. Get rid of the fire hydrant. Swap it out with that. Fine. And replace the fire extinguisher with the smoke screen. God, why is it so cryptic? So let's go back in the battlefield again to show you these ones and try to show a fucking game here that works without Wargaming saying update required. God, I swear I'm gonna need a drink after all this. Sorry for the longness video on here, audience. It's just I did expect technical difficulties today. Now, what else am I missing to talk about? I mean, I talked about the AIs and low tiers and stuff to fill in the gaps of multiplayer on World War II and stuff, and I disagree with that because, again, players can easily get marks now, and also they can just, if there's not enough people on the enemy team and they're all filled with AIs, the enemy team's just going to have a field day destroying them. That's literally what's going to happen, and it's going to make people say, like, well, this game's now way too easy, and I get it. Well, the tanks should not be too hard, like it's 2 tiers up, so people can't complain too much, but to me, I just don't know. Alright, let's get into the game. So we got the smoke screen and the repair thing. Let's try to actually show a reward at the end, because I knew I would have been at the top. I knew I would, because I killed so many tanks. It was actually beautiful, but freaking nothing. I'm gonna follow this Persian up here. Get up here. Get up there. Get up there. Even though Soviets have better mobility, it's just like at the same time, it's a pain in my wazoo. Alright, audience, so we're going down to the cap area thing. I'm going to try to find some enemies. Also try to take a hit so I can show you the consumable things. Oh, there's some enemy tanks. Fire. I'm going to pop up a smoke screen, and boom, boom. Now, unfortunately, though, you can't sit behind the smoke screen because you can't really fire, but you can still see the enemy. Oh, there he is. You can still see the enemy in this mode, so I'm trying to fire through the smoke screen. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Ow. Okay, I need to back off, back off, back off. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, aim for the head. That's why I'm trying to back up, because that way I have more chance of hitting the head, but that one tank is not, like, saying, not today, no, no, no. Okay, let's use a repair kit. You only use this once per game, but like I said, it regenerates 100% of your, not 100%, like 100 of your health back. So I'm trying to do that now to... Audience, I am so sorry. Phone kept blowing up every 5 minutes. Everything was becoming like a nightmare. At least I showed the consumables, and at least that was fine until, like, all that happened. But anyway, despite the fact that I was struggling with the phone and playing the game, I made it up to MVP, because it's pretty easy to do with the T55A, and like I said, if you want me to do a review on that, that's fine. But there's the crew showing, there's that guy showing off his standard crew, and then you got my commander right there for MVP. That's pretty much all the crew does, is to just show you at the end of the battles and stuff like that, which is, I don't mind it. It's just the fact that I wish you would customize your own crew to make it look more interesting when you see them. But it looks more like Call of Duty now, doesn't it? It looks like more like Call of Duty. Like this guy would like the top 3 of the Call of Duty games. I don't know, but let's go to the rewards since the last game crashed and stuff like that. So in AI, you don't get much. In multiplayer, I will review this tank because it would be a lot more better reviewing it. So you got your XP, and then you got your crew XP like always. I made 38,000. Even despite the fact that AI does not make a lick of any money, it still makes a decent enough in the game, and I find it okay. But that's the only reason why the officers are there, is what I wanted to show you mostly, not just the reward itself. So let's go to the conclusion before anything else bad happens. Um, well, so what do I really think about this update? Well, there's a lot of things I like, and then there's a lot of things I don't like. Mostly personal things, as you just know about the tank thing. I mean, to me, it's heading in a little bit in the right direction, but it's also taking steps back. And I just don't know how to feel about this type of game when it's like this. Because it's just, to me, it's difficult to explain how this would work out. I mean, grinding with the tank's fine. You're an average player that doesn't care about premiums. You will like this mode and stuff. If you have, but you must have World War II tanks because you can't play this as a beginner because of how expensive it is to run that type of gun. So yeah, nearly almost fucking 1,200,000 for just the 90 mil on the American Persian that I have as a tier 1. Will I review future tanks? Um, this is where I'm going to say to you, audience, that reviewing future tanks is going to be really tough for me, and I'm going to have to give my thing to that I can't review all of these tanks that keeps coming out. I barely couldn't even do the season pass one of the T-77 and because it was just, I had things to do, too much to do, and remember, I don't make no money on this thing. I make no money on this. So literally, I have responsibilities to do. So I can't do a video after video after video like I usually do. But that's fine because I like to expand your guys' knowledge and give you my opinion and try to save people from spending too much money in this game, which I'm failing because obviously the marketing has been okay for wargaming, which they are heading in a little bit the right direction, but I just don't like the store bit. But I can't say much about that. So, in all honesty, it's heading in the right direction for gameplay, heading in the wrong direction for other things. And to me, like the officers and stuff, really unnecessary to have. They're only there to show victory screens and stuff like that. Really not much anything else. And I don't know. Maybe future projects I could be wrong. Maybe they'll add a customization to the officer where people can actually look cool on the battlefield and actually dress up in military uniforms of Germany or anything else. Customize your looks and stuff, and or hell, those crates when we get like a bunny, like for Easter, a bunny officer, we can like make him stand out in the open with the fucking little rabbit on the floor there. That would be a fucking amazing. But until then, World of Tanks has some major things they have to change, even though this is completely new, and I say that to anyone that says anything in the comments saying they're new. But it has some major changes that needs to be made. It needs to be more impressive for me. Because, to me, this crew standing around thing completely could be unnecessary. Unless you have, like, shown people that you bought the mega thing like I have just to get the tank. Or you basically just show off your crew, which is really dumb because most people, like veterans like me, like to use still our old crew because our old crew can actually still do stuff because, like, my commanders, for example, I have commanders that have freaking 9 perks. There, well, not these guys. Let me scroll down a little bit. Yeah, like, see, there's like 9 perks in these officers. And this new 3D model ain't going to change the fact that I'm going to disown them and work on the 3D model crew. I mean, that'd be really dumb. So I still keep them as they are still. But I don't know. I have to give this a 50-50 because it's like literally I just don't know how to feel about this. It's like it's in the right direction. It's fun for anyone. Nice updates, little shiny polish, little bit unnecessary things for some things. And wargaming, for the love of God, don't fuck with the store. You're gonna make my job a living hell to the point where I have to quit. But until then, I'm fine right now, but we'll see how things go. So, thank you all so much for watching this little quick talk video of showing the update of World of Tanks, of the Cold War update. And I will see you, comrades, hopefully in the next review or next video. And I hope things get better. Because it doesn't look good to me for reviewing tanks, but I could just do videos on old tanks I have, but it's not looking good. So, thank you all so much. Take care, guys.